About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night primetime. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yards with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100-plus the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together. Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Now a 2nd and 6. On play action, here's Nix. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Throwing Nix. The back foot throw there is incomplete.
That's well done defensively. They get the pressure they needed on 3rd down. All the receivers are locked up tight, and they force that quarterback to just throw it away.
On 4th down, Jeremy Crawshaw on to punt for Denver. Back deep for L.A. is Darius Davis. They'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain night, and it's a good one. Fielded just inside the 20. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
It hasn't taken Herbert long to earn the status of one of the league's best and most entertaining passers. He's locked and loaded on every snap, and the second he sees an opening, the ball's soaring downfield. You've got to be on your A game at all times against him. The second you slip up, he's liable to burn you.
And the Chargers first down.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. It's taken in by Quentin Johnston. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
Chargers first down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
In motion goes the tight end. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Short throw to Disley. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
That's another Chargers first down. 1st and goal.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
And they'll run for the first time with Najee Harris. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets them down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. Feeling the pressure. pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. It's a big loss of 5 there on second down to bring up 3rd and goal.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
So they're back at the 7 now for 3rd and goal. Back to throw here, Herbert. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick here is good. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. A lot of energy in this building tonight, but the opening drive produces 3, maybe quiets them just a bit, at least momentarily.
Just a little, right? That's all you're asking for, right? Things just getting started. You know they haven't taken the momentum totally here, but at the same time, they like what they've done here in the early going.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. The last series form a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack. Well, certainly not an ideal first quarter for him. Remember, he lost the fumble earlier, and here he ends up on the ground with a sack.
And sometimes what happens when you make a mistake early, you get too cautious going forward. Just cover up the football and take care of it and be able to cut it loose. Otherwise, your offense is going to stall.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. To throw is Nix. They'll let this go deep for Sutton. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball. But he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Returnable here for Davis. So the punt goes for 56 with a decent return of 13. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
And the Chargers, 1st down. A gain of
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a 1st down.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory. At the 41. Williams, a man in motion right. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On the ground, this is Amarian Hampton. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
First down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Back to Hampton on first down. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Tried to go draw play out of the gun down here.
Yeah, they tried to spread things out, didn't they? They wanted to move people away from the center of the field, away from the line of scrimmage near the ball, so that the runner could find some space. Unsuccessfully, though.
They'll set up the screen to Hampton. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Herbert now. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3.
A 33-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Man, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. Denver's offense now set to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Nix from the shotgun. Looking middle, and that's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 47-yard line.
Second down and a little more than a yard here. Nix to the air. Now he's going to step up and run. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. To throw, here's Nix. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Working out of the gun is Nix. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Evan Ingram, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos are an extra point away from moving out in front in the final minute of the half. Will Lutz on for the point after. He's got it, and they take the lead at 7-6. 5 plays there on that drive. And Evan Ingram able to finish it off with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Oh, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And able to get this out to the 25. The Chargers going to take over here one more time before the half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts.
It's a gain of 7.
As they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Herbert. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
18-yard line.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. The kick by Lutz is good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Charger drive about to get going. 1 second, all that remains. Now a deep one for Johnston. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, we thank you as always, and we'll see what happens here in the second half. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out with the victory. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Chargers getting ready to go here to start this third quarter. And Charles, some things to like about that first half, ultimately trailing here, but certainly this deficit is manageable. So curious to see what adjustments they may have made at intermission.
As am I, because I think things bode well for a possible comeback, because I thought a lot of their best reps in the first half came through the passing game. They were hitting the open receivers, taking whatever the coverage gave them and making it work well for themselves. Now, they just want to pick up the pace of scoring a little bit. So I expect them to come out and continue to throw the ball effectively.
On first down, hits Hampton, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd and 5. Now it's Herbert. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 41-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
A gain of 13 yards.
So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is, because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Dre Greenlaw in there on the tackle.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Here's Herbert. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
At the 11-yard line.
That's the kind of play this offense desperately needed. They've got to be saying, our defense has kept us in the ball game. We're down, but we're certainly not out. And maybe that was the spark that they've been searching for.
Harris running straight ahead. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8. Herbert. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. John Franklin Myers, the one in there to drop him. The defense, they brought the house. That O-line, they were overwhelmed.
To put it mildly, because they didn't have enough bodies to block all the guys that came at them. Their best move, how they would have been better served, just turn around and yell, "Look out!" because here they come.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Back to throw. Herbert. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, Another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
And still yet to find the end zone. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that gets him back within a single point. It's now 10-9. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Here's Nix. They set up the screen for Dobbins. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. And we've got a dandy here. A one-point game as we begin the fourth. From the gun on third down, it's Nix. That is caught. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big one there on third down. They hit for 30 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? The guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route well run, and the football right on the money.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2. Good gain there on first down, and keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking. Nice hole for him. Ends up picking up nice yardage. Stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay there.
And not in any rush offensively. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there. Gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think he's sitting.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Khalil Mack, his second sack of the night. By that time, it looked like he essentially just ran right into the pass rush.
Yeah, partner, I'm not much of an outdoorsman, but the fish jumped right into the net, didn't he? Because you've got to make sure that you're deep enough that you can get around the defensive end, have an angle there. But he couldn't do it because he actually cut that one off. Really nice play coming off the edge.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Now it's Nix. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. Operating from the gun, here's Nix. That is going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So a big one coming now for Will Lutz. This to get the lead up to 4. And that is no good. And this is going to remain a one-point game. Had a chance to give themselves there some important wiggle room, but it went awry.
Yeah, let's do the simple math here. And you know, for me, it has to be simple. Instead of this thing kind of giving them that wiggle room you talked about, now we're talking about possibly losing a ball game because they left the door open.
The drive begins with a carry by Hampton. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43.
It's a gain of 11. And the Chargers first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Operating from the gun, Herbert. That one complete to McConkey. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Less than 2 minutes to play. Down to the wire we go in a one-point game. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And now all of a sudden the shoe's kind of on the other foot. Maybe you pull the reins back here a bit?
Yeah, a little bit, because you got to make sure that you don't score too quickly.
First down, Chargers.
Just the one timeout remaining as they try to navigate this 2-minute drill. 1st and 10. Herbert going to throw. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Will Dissly from 19 yards away. And the Chargers have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
And touchdown, and congratulations, and zero relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Yeah, part one is done, but now on the sideline, you can already see them scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready.
Yes, you have to get those guys ready, and you also have to talk to your special teams guys. Make sure the kickoff is exactly what you want and cover it well.
The Chargers will line up for the...
They're going to run it with Harris. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield.
I have to admit, I love the excitement of a two-point try. You know, to see what's going to happen, and it happens pretty quickly, doesn't it? You get an answer, and in this case, it was unsuccessful for the guys trying it.
Completely unrelated. I just realized that I stole both of your pins in this last half of the game. My bad, partner.
Hey, that's okay. Well, and just in the time they went for two.
Now, after the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. So the Broncos now down by 5, a little over 80 ticks to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. He's back to throw. This one complete. It's Devon Vele. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts
13 yards
as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. He'll throw. That is caught by Vele. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now 2nd and 4. Back to throw. And he can't hang on to it, and the screen never got started.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Back to throw. Finding Sutton. And he will have a Broncos first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Here's first down. They'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
A little less than 40 seconds remaining. Here comes 2nd and 10. Here's Nix once more. He gets his underneath to Dobbins. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
A big play in this football game. 3rd down and 1. He'll try to pick it up himself. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 24-yard line.
At least this time he's getting hit after a positive play for his offense. The pressure was coming through yet again, but he certainly didn't stick around for the sack on this occasion. Found an escape route and ended up getting the first down before taking the hit.
9 seconds, no timeouts left. To throw is Nix. He's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Well, it came down to the final play in such a close ballgame. What a game it was, but they